Oh, in France, they were giving something away last year, on the last normal year of this world, which was 2019.
What?
They
Let me see.
had a free distribution of something very expensive. Like, this is like France. It's very special. It's just for you.
And it's for free?
And it's for free. It just goes on. Or you just go for a walk on the beach, and you can find it for free. And it's very expensive. You can sell it for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Okay.
So what happened is that last year in
Uh-huh.
autumn, in fall,
Uh-huh.
in on the French coast,
Uh-huh.
they started finding bricks of cocaine washing out on the shore.
Wow. Really?
Yes, a lot. So basically, what happened is that from on the beautiful September 2019
The last.
morning,
Uh-huh.
there was a little boat with very nice people inside of it.
Uh-huh.
And there are different scenarios of what happened, but whether they unloaded the cargo in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean,
Uh-huh.
or they just really went down. But since they were transporting drugs, cocaine, to be exact,
Uh-huh.
of course, nobody knows. And so that's what happened in France in autumn. In the middle of October, they started having bricks of cocaine coming up on the shore and people finding it and, of course, warning the police. So they came
Warning the police?
Yes.
Why? I
Because it's 10 years in prison.
I cannot, like, what would be the reaction of the first person that found the first brick?
I guess it depends really on your personality.
What would you have done? Like, if you are walking.
No, that is like, first of all, so this is like a highly addictive, toxic type of drug that really kills people. Well, not only kills people, but if they don't get killed by it, they mess up their environment and themselves. So it's very damaging for somebody's life because they lose control over whatever they do, and usually they don't do good things because it's an addiction. So then you need money because it's super expensive. And people steal from their parents, people steal for real, and it's a whole cycle that brings you basically little by little to jail, and you lose everything in your life. So that's the drug part. But of course, for people, for a lot of people, it's like, oh, I can resell it. Or for some people, it's like, oh, yeah, I can. So it's worth a lot of money. It's like, if you find a diamond on the beach, are you going to bring it to the police station? I ask you.
No.
Okay.
No. Well, I was thinking.
So-
I was thinking because I probably,
You would?
yes. Well, probably. I'm 50-50.
I mean, like, for people like us, like, we have no connection whatsoever with anybody. If we find something like that, somebody's looking for it for sure, and you get caught because you don't know the right person or whatever. So what, for like a quick money, you're going to spend a few years in jail? No, it's not worth it. But the great story is that it started on a few beaches, like in a very short stretch, and they started finding it. So the police came, they closed the beach, and then they started to find it like on a longer stretch of coast.
Spread.
It just like spread so high. It's like over 300 or 400 miles of Atlantic coast in France that they found drugs. So that went on the news. And all of a sudden in fall, when, there are not that many people on the beach,
The beach, of course.
all of a sudden everybody was interested in going to the beach. So it's nice here. Oh, look. Oh, wow, it's really nice. Yes. And
They were fishing.
Well, no, yeah, well, that's the thing. And so they tried to close all the beaches. This was pre-COVID. And of course, they were overwhelmed because you don't have that many, police guy to get like secure the beach and for the whole like stretch of 400 miles of coast. Of course not. You don't have as many people. So a lot of people came looking for it. They arrested, like 2 days later, they arrested a 17-year-old who drove 3 hours from Toulouse, from my hometown, and they found him with 10 pounds of cocaine.
10 pounds.
10 pounds of cocaine.
I don't even know how much that worth, but I guess it's a lot.
So I looked it up, and
Uh-huh.
a gram of cocaine in France, it's sold $80.
What?
A gram. So 1 kilogram, which is 2 pounds, it's a 1,000 gram, right?
Uh-huh.
So that's already $80,000 for 1 kilogram.
Oh, wow. So that kid was making the business.
So no, he wanted to, but then he
But
claimed
he
he claimed that it was just to take pictures, that he was going to go
Yeah,
to
right.
bring it back and stuff. And so they realized, like day after day, that it was going everywhere. And it's because of the tide.
Yes.
And then they linked it because it was marked on the package if everyone has an identification. of
Yeah.
where it's
For
coming
the,
from.
yeah.
It's coming from Colombia, Peru, and Bolivia.
Uh-huh.
And then they realized that in September, they found the exact same type of package in the shore of Florida. So basically, it was probably because it moves from Colombia, it goes from the Caribbean, and they use boats because the police can only check 1 to 2% of the ocean traffic
Yes.
for boats. Like there's so many.
Yeah.
But they cannot check everything. They just check what is suspicious, but you cannot check everything. So that's how they distribute
The drugs.
The drugs.
Mhm.
So more likely, it was closer to the U.S., via the Caribbean, when something happened, and then the currents, the tides, brought it to the shore of France on a
Really?
very long stretch of shore.
But it didn't get wet or anything. It was
No,
very
it wa-
well
yeah,
packaged.
it's well packed, and I think
Packed.
it floats on top of that. So something happened.
Or
they don't
maybe
know
the
what.
fish and the sharks and the whales were
No,
like,
no.
listen,
They had a party.
yes, I'm like, yeah, fuckers, the job. I think this is something good. Mr. Shark, I think that's a very bad thing that they call cocaine the humans. Let's see. I don't know. Let's figure.
Very good face. Never seen you with a face like that.
That's the cocaine face.
But yeah, I guess they had a party. They were seeing like fish jumping, sharks, everything. Everybody was jumping in the ocean for a month.
Yeah, well, that's, I mean, from Florida to France, that's a lot.
Well, maybe they were already like away, but it went both sides because of the tide. I don't know. Or maybe
I think
it
they
was
sank
maybe it was a totally different boat, but
the same distributor.
yeah, exactly,
distributor.
exactly. And
Of course, I think. What is your theory that happened?
well, for me, I'm not a specialist. They're saying that
Don't be suspicious.
they
Don't
had like
be
a
suspicious.
storm and they need to unload. But honestly, like when you're already like in a high risk type of job like that, and you know that the people that your employers will kill you, I don't think you unload in the middle of the ocean.
No, I think they sank.
Maybe they sang. What I was thinking is that they saw the Coast Guards coming, and they knew that they were coming their way, so they just unloaded. That was my first thought. They unloaded everything because they were getting controlled, and so they had to. But at the same time, it's floating. So even if they unloaded, they would have seen.
I
things
think
around.
they sank.
Yeah, probably.
I think they sank, but the authorities haven't said anything about this. The boat that sank,
But no, because
they haven't
of
said
course
anything.
It's clandestine boat.
and they don't have it on
Yeah.
the radars.
Well, they have it on the radars, but it's not possible to
No,
really control.
imagine
There are so many
trying
boats
to
at the same
find.
time.
Yes, no, but imagine if they sank, trying to find the boat.
Yeah, no,
It's-
well, I
it's
mean,
impossible.
and it's
And probably you know what happened. The
It's
shark and the whales that they were
it's
under
like-
cocaine, they eat it.
yeah. If it was an unrecorded path or boat, or and you have only 3 or 4 people in there, like nobody's going to report them. They were doing something
It's crazy.
extremely illegal, so they're not going to report. We had 4 guys on the boat. They didn't come back. Do you know where they are? No. So they don't
No, I
report them
know.
at all.
Yeah, but what it's crazy is just like a miracle. Like the ocean was giving back to the French people what they have done for the world. So there you go, French people. Cocaine for free.
No, so that's when it started. Like because this 17-year-old guy was just the beginning. Because little by little the news spread everywhere in the world, And so people that were close to France
They were
had,
flying from.
like all of a sudden they had a really great interest. I think France is the first touristic country in the world for sure during summer and spring. In fall, not that much. And all of a sudden there was no school break, no whatever. And you have a lot of people that went
Winter.
everywhere.
Snow
La, la,
everywhere.
la, 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 la. So you have like fortune hunters, or like they call it like beach combers. All of a sudden everybody was passionate about trying to find what's in the sand. Oh, what are you here for? Oh, I just want to see seashells and
cocaine.
and yeah, and it went up until like February or March. They still found. So
It stopped already, or
well, it stopped. But until like I don't know if it stopped or it's just because they closed all the beaches because of the COVID. So nobody was going there, so there was no report of anybody finding it. But believe me, like there are some people, middle of the night, 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm going to that beach with beach,
with all my gadgets,
with my
to
flashlight,
find
or my the red
my sniffing
night goggles and
sniff.
and my dog and
And my addict friend.
I'm pretty sure.
And my friend that is addict, he can smell cocaine.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it happened. Like, but it's crazy to think about it. Like, you can make a good movie about that and see all people like from everywhere in Europe going crazy. Because of course you have a lot of addicts, but imagine you are an addict in France. Like you live 2 or 3 hours from the shore, and you
give
hear
it a
that
shot.
you have like three drug coming, and you're addicted. That means it's a disease. Like you're sick.
Yeah. I mean,
You're
if you're
sick.
capable to
Like
steal
you're
or to do anything,
exactly.
you're
Like
capable
you're
to drive 3 hours.
Your body is missing it, and it makes you do crazy things. They tell you, oh look, like one brick here, one brick there, whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So
But
they're going.
It's funny. I cannot imagine the first. I just want to
I'm
really
sure
imagine.
you have friends from whatever Germany that organized a trip to France just for that.
Hey, Stanislaw, what are you doing this weekend? I don't know, watching Netflix. No, I don't know. Okay, let's go to France.
Let's go to the beach.
Apparently, I got tagged, and apparently, you do a group, WhatsApp group. Let's find cocaine in France.
Yes.
Le tour, France tour, to find cocaine.
Yeah, so everybody had a passion to go and France.
Well, that's crazy.
Beach is in
But do you think?
But you know what? There's something very like I should say. It's like so they tested the cocaine they found, and it was very very pure cocaine. That means it could get cut. So when you get a kilogram, you can cut it. I don't know.
I
but
have
you know
no
what I mean.
clue.
But sorry.
Coronavirus.
The problem, because apparently it was so pure, it was 83% pure, that it can cause overdose really easily. Like for people that are used to use it like in a city or whatever, like I don't know the exact numbers, but let's say it's like 60% pure. And they have, well, it's like alcohol. If you drink a beer that is 4% alcohol, and you drink a bottle of vodka at the same pace that you drink
gluten-free tequila.
You're going to, but you know what I mean? Like
You're going
it's
to
a
pass
lot
out for your body, yes.
Yes. So if they're used to that, and let's say they used to drink like 3 bottles of beers a day, and instead you have the same bottle, but instead it's just pure vodka in it, and you say, oh, I drink 3 of them a day, so that's fine. And then of course the result is going to be very bad because it's a very toxic thing. So they can die from overdose.
But so 1 pound, they can do like 3 pounds because they put other shit.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I don't know what they put, but no, I won't say 3, no, but
I mean, it's just
1.5 or something like that, I guess. Like just to be reasonable.
So okay, yeah. Well.
So yeah, that was the big story. So I'm sure some people have special trips in the middle of fall.
I just really want to know their reaction on the first guy, or if someone could like really solve something.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have a right connection. I'm pretty sure some of them got away. They took it. Nobody knew it was there.
And he waited.
And before the first person, warned the police, maybe someone just got it and get away with it because nobody knew about it. But at the same time, it's a crime. So Not only
It's
you,
a crime.
not only you steal, but you steal something illegal, and that is.
Is there something else I can help with?
Oh no, thank you. You steal something that is highly toxic, illegal, deadly, and yeah, and so it's $80 a gram, and they found, you know, how much at the end? What they are at right now?
No.
Almost 3,000. Well, 1,500 kilos. Well, which
It's
is almost
3,000
3,000 pounds. Yes,
Okay, that's a lot of money.
that is crazy. Loads
And I
of money.
yeah. I was going to imagine the owner of that cocaine.
Yeah, he must be.
He was
But
really
as
pissed.
I was researching it, it's really crazy because you know, we watch movies about that, about traffic. Like there was like this Tom Cruise movie, the pilot,
His crush,
the
his man crush,
yeah,
Tom
but
Cruise.
my
But okay,
unrevealed crush. Well, anyway, I don't.
until he found out that he has a teeth right in
Oh,
the
yeah.
middle of the nose. Look for it. Seriously, just like
Look
a
for
pause.
the smile of Tom Cruise, and you see that the nose. When you point from the nose into the teeth, usually you get in the middle of the two front teeth, and for him, it gets into the middle of one tooth,
big.
and it's true.
Okay, so
Anyway, so we hear about things like when it was created, like in the 70s or the 80s, but I read that now, or first of all, you know, it's not really okay. I don't know if we should say it, but you know, like they find a way to make cocaine without being bothered by authorities. But on top of that, they made a lot of progress scientifically, and so they make it grow faster.
the what?
The cocaine leaf, the
Oh yeah,
plant,
La
they
planta,
make it grow faster, so they can change location very fast. Like it's very like, so of course it's a lot of money. It's crazy tons of money and work. But now they have such technology and progress that
Yeah, I bet.
apparently like it doesn't take that much time for them to recover from it. Like 20, 30 years ago, it would have been a big issue.
If you were the owner of that cocaine, what would you have done?
No, I mean, I cannot.
If
put
you
myself
were,
in
if
these
you,
shoes. No, I cannot. No.
if
But
you were
anyway,
Don
so
Corleone,
they were still finding it until February, March in the coast of France, and since then we had the coronavirus. So all beaches were closed, so there was no report. But guess what? As I was looking into it,
yes,
they found in August 25th of this year, so really not too long ago, in Florida, they stumbled upon 35 kilograms of cocaine on the Miami beach.
the same brand.
I don't know if it was the same brand, but imagine, it's a lot. It's 70 pounds.
Yeah, it's big.
And yeah, it's a lot, just in Florida, because since
Yeah,
it
it's
seems
the
they come from
path.
South America,
Yeah,
to
it's
the
the path.
Caribbeans and stuff. So can you believe that stuff? It's crazy.
Yeah, well,
And imagine, because these like are like intact waterproof bags or cellophane they're on, but imagine like previous things like this, like fish were going crazy probably. I mean, not that they need that to kill fish, but because we dump a lot of shit on the ocean. But
yeah.
still, yeah.
Well, yes, we should create a script for that movie.
Yes.
What would be the title of that movie for you? If you were the writer. That's the title. I don't know what to do.
Fall is also fun in France.
Oh wow. I'm glad you are not on that business. Seriously.
No, you know why these stories are resonating so much for me? Is because I think
Why?
Because I think I can see myself, like, 30 years, well, not 30 years ago, like 25 years ago.
Going?
No, not going, but friends of mine that would like totally go. And you know why? Because I was surfing a lot when I was a kid, and it went on the first beaches we found it. It was like in surfing, like, so surfers found it and stuff like that. And yeah, and then I remember my friends, like, I know it's like some of them would We're going tonight. We're going to pack the bags. We're going. Take the torch. Take that. We are going tonight.
So probably that's the name of the movie.
We are going tonight.
We are going.
We are going
tonight to get the cocaine.
Cocaine night with you and I.
So
Sorry. So what? Cocaine in France?
cocaine nights.
Coco cocaine.
Coco
It's not Coco Chanel. It's Coco cocaine.
cocaine.